I'm just waiting for our currency to collapse. And I think when you say there's not going to be an election till 29, we have the budget tomorrow where Rachel Reeves, who seems to believe that she can tax herself into wealth and prosperity, which nobody's ever done in history before. And I certainly...
Who's Rachel Reeves?
She's our Chancellor of the Exchequer.
What's her background? Pretty impressive person?
Well, she's Rachel from accounts or Rachel from complaints, or she told a few porkies about her CV, which she seems to have got away with that, as did a number of other Labour MPs. Apparently it's okay to embellish your CV these days, and nobody seems to care.
But you're not aware of any material accomplishments in her past?
Very, very few. I mean, she's not qualified to be doing what she's doing, but she's incredibly arrogant, I think. There's a blend of arrogance and ignorance, which is always dangerous.
We have that in our country.
So I think that the Achilles heel is if the economy starts to really go into reverse, which I think from my businesses we're beginning to see orders slow, the sort of carryover from the COVID money injections and from what the Tories did in their latter days, which kept the economy going to some extent, although Britain's growth has been sclerotic for a hell of a long time now.
Yeah.
So if we start to see a challenge to our ability to finance our deficits, and you probably saw, I mean, our deficit's just out of control. So it's going up every year, and in the end, if you have a deficit, you've got to finance it. So I always think the definition of credit is suspicion asleep. So in the end, people who borrow or fund our debt, buy our gilts, if you like.
Yeah.
At the moment, they demand a premium in terms of income over other people's debts, over the US debt or German debt.
Right.
So eventually what they do is they decide they don't want to buy that debt. And then you can't fund yourself. And then you have a funding crisis, a bit like we had in the mid-70s. And in those days, we went to the IMF and we got the IMF to bail us out. I'm not sure that the IMF would come and bail us out at the moment, because I don't think an economy which basically robs the productive to fund the indolent and to fund welfare, I don't think the IMF would put up with that.
Well, I'm confused.